Welcome to Weekly Marketing Club, where you'll learn a little more about branding, particularly for authors, and how to stay consistent in your marketing, even if you don't like marketing. So last session was about knowing your values, creating a brand kit, and using imagery in your marketing, which is very important. So this time the first part will be about what not to do regarding visual brand impressions and messaging, and the second part will be about the one message per post idea. So I would help to maintain a consistent personal brand by promoting my own books and others' books in a way that aligns with the brand personality, as it's called in the trade. So part one, what not to do regarding misalignment with your visual aspects of your brand and the actual posts and things like that you're doing. So using stock photos is obviously a no-no. I think I just use them for sometimes backgrounders, B-roll, which is like in between things, or when I just want to whip up a quick blog post image. But usually for important reels, important brand posts on LinkedIn, for instance, and all those other places like that you might want to do something special for a summit, retreat, or something you've been invited to rather, you want to use your own photography. You want to use what you have got done, or what is you in process, or in the office, or outside, whichever. It's really because people connect with people. Now, mixing conflicting design styles is also another no-no. So if you've got a minimalist brand, you don't really want super busy, cluttered graphics, and you don't really want to have, like a completely different style every time that you post. Say you're using Canva and you're using different templates every time. Well, you've got to make sure that those align with your normal design style. We use a mood board for that, or otherwise called a style guide or brand kit. So in Canva it's called a brand kit. Another aspect is font chaos. You don't want to have too many fonts that are all conflicting with each other. So instead of trying to do all of the fonts on your templates that has been handed to you by Canva, try to maintain just two fonts that you use all the time for headings and body copy. You can splurge out on a third, say, handwriting script for those, kind of calls to action that want to be stand out, like things that are above the actual headline, that sort of thing. So not everything in script, that's not a good thing either. So, you want to have playful fonts, then that means your brand is a wee bit playful and your maybe subject matter is not that serious. So you want to make sure that those all align. More formal kind of a tone would elect to have more formal kind of fonts like Impact, Arial, Aptos, Verdana, all those Helvetica Bold, and there's a nice one called Gill Sans, which is a really nice. Now, colour schemes. You don't want to have colour schemes that clash with your brand palette, which you might have sorted out. So you want to have colour schemes that have got your 2 to 3 colours in it, and not try to introduce too many more colours, even though I do love colour. So cover images that promise one thing but deliver another. I have an example of someone who's writing on legal matters and they've got a picture of the sea in the background. So make sure that your images and all uses are going to align with the subject matter and the seriousness of the subject matter, or the lightness of it, whichever way it goes. So this also relates to message misalignment. So say for content marketing, you might be posting motivational quotes a lot that you like. Well, fair enough that you like them, but if your expertise is in technical tutorials, or it's more an academic sort of nature, you should be more going towards that how-to tips and carousels like people do on Instagram, so 5 to 7 carousels, and have a message that you're sort of curating to interest people in your work. So it's got to be aligned, obviously. So switching between tones is another misalignment. You don't want to switch between formal tones and informal tones like conversational tones. I like that middle ground. And also following trends that don't fit your niche or audience. You don't want to be following all those Instagram trends that don't relate anything to do with who you're talking to or what you're talking about. So, part two now. One message per post is important. So, why this matters is because you don't want a confused audience. No one is ever going to take action if they are, unsure what you actually mean. You get better retention when people know exactly what they're getting from you. And if you have one message, then it's only one thing that you are trying to convey. It's like a good sentence, just trying to convey one idea. And although a post might be even 2 to 3 paragraphs, say for an update type post, you are still going to be talking about the one thing and not getting too much into, oh, I do these grants or I do this kind of writing work or, oh, here's my Substack. There's too many things. So we want to just talk about one thing. And it's easier to create as well, and you'll have a clear and compelling call to action at the bottom for the next step to come find out your stuff, your free newsletter and so forth. And frameworks around this. So make sure you do the so what test. Can someone immediately understand the takeaway? And also use the elevator pitch rule. Can you explain the post value in 15 seconds? Make sure you have some clarity of what the person should feel or do differently from when they, before they found you, and then what they should feel differently after they found you. And they've actually learned something from your post. People are really grateful to learn even from the social media posts that they're reading on Instagram or LinkedIn, and not forgetting Facebook. So we must convey something of importance to them that they didn't already know, and then they will definitely like, subscribe, follow, and comment on your post if you do that. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed today's Work Marketing Club, and definitely go and have a look at my Facebook where I have them live, and also my LinkedIn where you can get in touch with me personally.